Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another round in this AM2 Contest of Speed Championship. This is round 12 out of 24, the midway point of the season, and we have a long and hot and sticky race ahead for you guys. No rain, thankfully for these drivers, but nonetheless, Singapore always is one of the most mentally and physically demanding races of any season. I'm Kid and Petter, as always. I'm joined by Andy Wu and the AM2 Season 8 Spirit Champion, P-Dog Peyton. What's going on, guys?
Howdy. Yeah, we're out here in the jungle. Yeah, I don't know. This track sucks.
I will agree.
Outside of that,
this track is awful, but we're here. Oh, and it's DK.
No, DK died.
RIP, just killed the club. In Singapore.
That was through the bridge. I think he probably clipped that inside part.
There's an Alpine arriving on the
Rest
scene.
in peace.
He'll probably go by the time Villeneuve gets there.
Oh, he's still there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he disappeared,
Right
but that was,
Man, that was
probably
early.
that was probably
He
a
hit
bit,
the left wall, I think. Is what it was like?
I have experience doing that, and yeah, it's the inside curb, the left-hander right there. Will shoot you directly into that wall, and then you just bounce out in the middle of the track. But yeah, that definitely gave Villeneuve probably room for pause for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing he wears brown pants.
Yeah, he's wearing brown pants today, so that's good news for him. So far, this is the story of qualifying. Vamu currently up top with a 36.5. A lot of soft laps here. We'll get into the strategy in a little bit, but Mitch Burns, the current championship leader, 11 points over Vamu Newell. I believe that's 136 to 125 at the moment. He's about 2/10 behind, pretty much exactly. RJP with another good quality lap. Hasn't really been able to put it together in the race. Oh, you see he just completely cooks that corner. Yeah, down
Ooh, he looks like Mahavir. The 18-point turn.
You know, I'm going to move the cameras. No one needs to be subjected to that sort of online harassment.
Oh, he just ran back into the wall trying to turn her.
This is a cyberbullying free zone here.
Hey, it looked like he was in an Austin Powers movie. I think his teammate lost his whole front wing. Yeah, Motor is missing his entire front wing.
Nice. Yeah, some non-competitive times rolling in here after you get past the top four. 39.
And looks like an early double stack for the AlphaTauri team.
Yeah, they'll be getting out there for other laps at some point. But
yeah,
little embarrassing.
So we were prior to the race, we were chit-chatting about the ideal way to go about qualifying here, and I'm pretty steadfast in my belief that you set a dummy lap on the softs without ERS, and then you come out and you do actual laps on the medium, because Austin's pretty bad for tire deg, as we experienced yesterday or last week. Of course, not yesterday, but Singapore is a whole different animal. This is probably the worst track for tire deg on the entire schedule. These softs are probably going to last about 3 laps. So what you want to do is you want to start with those mediums.
You're hungry, maybe, but this place is probably worse.
So it's just because I mean, it is such a long track. Like, even though it's not length-wise long, because there's so many corners and not that many straights, you're putting just constant temperature through these tires.
Even on the straights.
It wears them out.
Even on the straights.
The straights aren't straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just constantly turning. And absolutely murdering these tires.
Yeah, you give the tires no time to rest. Just constant abuse, like my last relationship.
Yeah. We don't talk about that anymore. Looking around here, looks like no one's really on a lap. Really improved up to the top 5. But how about this guy in the Alpha? It's your replacement, P-Dog. It is
It is.
Elliot, 24. Who spelled the name wrong, but I believe that is what he's going for, is Elliot. I believe he's in a NASCAR league with Bama and Racing Fan. That's how he was discovered. Been in the league for a couple of weeks now, but he's been having connection problems. Hasn't been able to join the lobbies, but luckily for him, he is able to get in today, and he is making his debut at 37.5, somewhat competitive. Now only about a second off of the championship leaders. Debut, so not too bad for him.
We'll see. I think he's got some big shoes to fill, but
yeah.
oh no,
Yeah,
RJP stop.
Yeah, I thought he was around, but he's just letting everybody by. With the looks like a Yuki Tsunoda helmet. Is that what he's going for there?
I believe it might be. Yes. But I don't think he's cursing every quad.
Yeah, I think that's bot around though.
Oh,
yeah,
VTech.
Bot out of turn 5,
VTech,
VTech in the pits.
VTech's in the pits. That's good. I guess VTech set one lap on the mediums and said that was enough. I wonder if Clay Funk's going to be doing that again. He has given himself a self-imposed quality ban for like the past 6 rounds.
Yeah.
And it
But
has,
he's had his 6 best races.
yeah, it has come back to help him. He's been running clean races and getting up in the top 5 or 6 pretty much every week. He's actually snuck into the top 10 in points after what was a really slow start for him to the season. So I'm sure he's feeling pretty good now. Elite Game Boy goes P6. Interesting. There's a cat. There's a cat behind me who is angry at her own tail at the moment.
I've never heard a cat get that angry.
Yeah, neither have I.
On the mic.
She's just
I'm used
absolutely.
to hearing the squeaks, but
She's absolutely going crazy right now on her tail. But yeah. Anyways. What in the world? This is self-harm right now. This is ridiculous.
If kitten starts screaming, we know what happened.
What incarnation? She's never done this before. Oh, what the fuck?
is she hissing at it?
She's hissing at herself. Oh wow, this is crazy. Alright, well, RJP in P3 at the moment. I believe this is a hot lap for him. Actually, where's Mitch at? Mitch is a little bit further along to see what he's doing. He's on the softs yet again.
Electric is also between them,
Alright.
I think.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see who's on hot laps and who's not. Everyone's just going so slow to try to keep the tire wear at a minimum.
Mitch does go P1. That's a 36.2. Pretty solid lap from him. Electric Blade is now in the pits. I believe that was about the same time that Mitch had put in the practice session before the race here. Electric is in the pits, so
RJP improves but stays P3.
37 flat, so he's edging closer.
I think Bamu just started a hot lap if you want to hop on board with him for a whole tour of the circuit.
Let's do a whole tour of this year's circuit, because pretty much everyone else is in the pits. Bamu is a little off sequence.
Yeah, he's on the softs, which I think is odd.
Yeah, I really thought that some of these front
he
runners.
bailed out. I'm not sure why. Maybe he had a rough first sector. Didn't look that bad though.
Is he completely off?
No, well, he lifted going down the straight.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
Let's check out Elliot. So he's working his way through the edge of the first sector. Boy, that was a huge catch. Not exactly where you want that to happen. Concrete wall, right up against the racing line.
Was Villeneuve almost slammed the wall. I saw him lock up as he goes past RJP on his out lap.
No assist for Villeneuve because he's an OG.
Yep. A true legend.
Absolute OG. Married to the game. Elliott into Sector 3. Didn't see that Sector 2 split time. Looking like a pretty tidy lap here for him.
I don't know. It looks conservative. But I'm not sure how conservative his first lap was. Because he definitely did use the RS. They did improve.
37.1. Where he'll be at, I think he did improve by about 4/10. It's still a big gap. Back to Fatal and P5.
I mean, this is just one of the wider field spreads we've had this season in terms of.
This is very big.
Everyone's trying to get on the tires they want for the start.
Yeah, and
some people choosing
Game Boy,
track position.
Elite Game Boy here. Whoever's the highest qualifier of the medium runners would be in a really good position. Not just for a podium, but to win this race. Because the soft to hard is pretty difficult to pull off with how quickly those softs degrade.
If you're gonna start on the soft, you might do the soft medium. It's probably faster than the soft hard.
Now the hard tires, yeah, the hard tires are about 28 laps. It says you can take those.
But they're very bipolar.
Yeah.
All right. You'll get like 5 really good laps, and you feel like you're getting nailed into a stint, and then all of a sudden they just feel like you're on lava. And then 5 laps later, you feel like you're on the best tires on the planet. And 5 laps later, they feel like they're dead again. It's very weird.
See what Ray's got. He's coming across the line. P5, solid performance for the Mexican newcomer. I believe he got his first points last week at Coda, so well done to him. Even though I don't think he made too many friends, he was on that alternate medium strategy that held up a lot of the leaders. Fair play, though.
Chad, you think you could turn your microphone volume up just a wee little bit?
Is it a... How about now?
Oh, that's
very
fantastic.
good.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that medium strategy, it did in fact cost me a podium last week at Coda. Not gonna blame anyone but my engineer, who told me previous races.
Is that RJP?
No, it might be.
Is it?
Allegedly.
Man, allegedly.
That's unfortunate.
No, I'm kidding, but it was my decision, but still I screwed myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do that at least 3 times a day.
You know what I'm really looking forward to after this quali session?
What's that?
The flute.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
the
to.
flute. The flute really sets the AM2 coverage
Oh, and it's gonna
above
be such a long,
everyone else,
we're
in my
getting into
opinion.
the solo.
This is gonna be a long.
We're
flute.
gonna get through the solo because this formation lap's gonna take about 2 minutes 45 seconds.
Are we gonna get through the whole
Thank
song?
you.
No, the whole song's like 4.5 minutes. It won't take that long.
Unless Mitch Burns, if you're hearing this, if you're still on pole, we need this full song.
P7 for Game Boy on those mediums. Solid time for him. P7 is gonna go ahead and retire. I believe that'll be a warning from the
I
stewards.
wonder if RJ can get to the line. It's gonna be close. Nope.
Yeah.
not allowed to do that to Game Boy.
Yep. we'll let it slide this time, but do it again.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no Singapore gate from the or crash gate from the Alpines again here in Singapore.
Yeah, you would really hate to see that, but Villeneuve would be playing the role of Nelson PK Jr. Yeah.
I mean that would be quite the idea because Mitch on the songs could definitely use an early safety.
Do not use my ideas.
I'm trying to figure out who is first around here. I believe Fatal. I believe it's Fatal. It might be actually. Yeah, I think it's Fatal. Unless it's one of the Red Bulls.
RJ did get another lap.
It's Gru. He started. Alright, let's ride along with Fatal. Oh, he's just going to pull into the pits. Let's see behind him. Is that Bodhod? Nope, that is...
His motor jumps up
motor
P5.
up to P5.
Alright.
Okay.
Bambu's coming across the line now. Oh, he's gonna lose it. Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
and he is DED dead.
Yeah, he was pushing all he had there coming out last corner. Had to try to make up 3/10 on his
Next is
rival.
Bod with the
Bod is the
Bod and RJP. I believe.
Bod's in the hot seat here. Out of all the places I would not want to start at Singapore, P10 is probably it.
Oh, and it's a
P2
P2 from Bod. Seen flashes of the Season 6 champion getting back to it. By far his best performance of the season in qualifying from Bod. I believe only one podium all season as well.
I think we got just the 2 Willies left.
Yep, looks like Gordito will be the first one. Gordito's been pretty anonymous here this evening. P13 at the moment for the guy who's P9 in the championship. That's only going to be P12. And then
I
is...
think Gru's just going to bail out and he'd be happy with P11.
Yeah, I think P11's pretty good for Gru.
Yeah. Second pole.
Yep, Gru's coming off of a points finish last week in Coda. Actually, did finish
smart
P10
just because of you can put on the mediums.
Yep, and Game Boy is the only guy inside the top 10 that'll be starting on the mediums. So yeah, I think P11 is significantly better than whatever time he would have made up getting into the top 10.
Yeah, I think Game Boy is definitely going to be one to watch during this race. Obviously, so difficult to overtake around Singapore. It is easy to get stuck behind whoever's in front of you for pretty much the entire race distance. But nonetheless,
we didn't have any qualifying bans this race either, and we have 3 guys that didn't set laps. DK wrecking out early, Clay and Electric.
It is
setting laps.
It is a sneaky invalidation lap. Kind of track.
Because you got like 26 corners or 24 corners to try to navigate without invalidating once. It's kind of difficult.
There are a handful that it's very inviting to overrun. So there it is, Mitch Burns with yet another pole, as he is kind of taking control here of the championship. Bod in P2, Vamo, P3, RJP, Elliott, Motor, Ray, Fatal, Elite Game Boy, Villeneuve round out the top 10. And we'll see what the tire strategy is for most of these guys outside of the top 10, but I would believe that for these 6 runners, it'll be an easy medium to hard strat.
I think I'm gonna call it now VTech and Clay going hards to start off with.
Yeah, I think hards.
I think we'll see a couple guys on hards, but I think the mediums are the better play in terms of.
And I also think the top 6 softeners will go to the hards probably within 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah, I think probably 6 laps is about the max.
Yeah,
that you can really take themselves.
Now for my favorite part of the night. Once we get on the formation lap.
Well, hopefully nobody readies up too early, but
yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued to see with those guys that are starting on the softs who commit to doing the 1 stop and just trying to stretch the hards to the end, and who try to do a more aggressive 2 stop. The 2 stop's going to be a lot harder to pull off though, because you do got to overtake people at a track that is notoriously difficult to overtake at.
Yeah, really only one legitimate overtaking zone, and that is the first DRS straight.
I think that's turn 7 if you count the kink.
You can.
Yeah, it's turn 7.
Away there.
Yep.
The main straight, if you get a good run on somebody, I guess you could pull one
but
there.
The only way
the
you're going to get that one is if you're pulling up on somebody that has extremely worse tires than you.
Yeah.
Because if you get on the gas on worn tires coming out that corner trying to overtake somebody, you're probably going to dump it into the wall.
Alright, well then it should be an interesting race here at Singapore. 6 seconds left on the timer.
Yeah, after this formation lap, I'll let you guys gather your thoughts. Hit me with some podium predictions. Anyone watching in the chat can post those as well in the comments. But for now, I believe y'all know what time it is. It is time for the official F1 flute theme. on the formation lap. It's Mitch Burns grabbing yet another pole, the championship leader, looking to extend once again. He'll be pretty happy about Bodhad splitting he and Vamu. Bod, the highest returning finisher, finished second here. Last time he raced, round 21 of season 6. Vamu Nubel in P3. He's going to have to get some stuff done early on. RJP will be looking for a probably reverse in fortunes in terms of the race. His qualifying performances have been good, but the races have not
Quick
necessarily
recap of
been
that
great.
season 6 victory real quick. I wonder who won that race, Kitten.
It wasn't you or
Was
me.
it you?
I believe. Are we sure? Burzy, me.
Rogue Wing,
Yep,
the guy
was
who's no
Rogue.
longer with us.
it is Rogue A Wing won that race. I do my research. I do my research. Elliott
Okay,
in P5, filling in the Alfa Romeo. I believe that's permanent. Not quite sure, but a P5 on qualifying debut is quite impressive for him. Motor in P6. Hopefully he didn't drink too many Busch Lights before this race. He does have a substance abuse issue, so that is something to keep your eyes on. Ray P7, coming off his first career points in the USA last week. Fatal in P8. He's got a lot of ground to make up, but his championship rival DK is down there in P14 after a qualifying incident. Elite Game Boy on the mediums. I believe that you guys might tip him pretty well here in a little bit. He's the highest running medium in P9. Villeneuve in P10. Solid qualifying from him. Grew on the hards in 11th. His teammate Gordito in the hards as well in P12. VTEC 13th on the hards, DK on the mediums, Clay on the mediums, and Electric starting dead last in P16. Yeah, we're hitting the all the high notes.
Man.
that-
my driver to
that
watch
too.
this race though, DK, starting on the mediums, got guys on hards in front of him. I expected to see him up in the top 10 by the end of the first lap here.
I think my driver to watch. Oh, there's really two of them. They're right next to each other. Fatal and Elite. They're right next to Elite on the, I believe the mediums. I think what Fatal's on the softs. Should be interesting.
Got the weird thing here. Let's see if the revs are
And
building.
they're
They are off. They are off and getting hectic here from beautiful Singapore. That is Bodhad losing out
Fatal.
a bit, and Fatal has
Fatal
gotten
and Ray
spun.
Fatal,
yeah.
I think, turned Ray.
Yep. Looks like Elite Game Boy has damage as well. He is going slow on the inside of turn 3. Or
Ooh.
turn 4 and turn 5.
Fatal got his Fatal. It's all crazy. Everyone's jockeying for positions.
Do we have...
DK.
Oh, look at these guys. This is real dicey back here. Villeneuve up to P7. A great start for the French Canadian. Jacques Villeneuve's cousin.
And DK is also up 4 spots. Same thing with the Electric.
Yeah, they've benefited from that little coming together. These guys have been extremely clean on first laps. That's one of the first actual collisions of note that I can remember.
Up front, Vamu got past Bod.
Yeah, he had a much
I
better
think
start than
especially
Bob.
early on, with them being super cautious, I think here the spot would really be the bridge, the left-hander after.
The Game Boy absolutely
Game Boy
sent
really
it on
sent that on Villeneuve, and that's going to leave him vulnerable to DK. That was a lot of contact there. That was an absolute dive bomb.
Yeah, it was.
There are a lot of places here you gotta be really
wing.
careful.
Somebody lost their whole wing. I'm not sure who that was. Yeah, Fatal or Motor. Motor has lost his whole right side wing.
Nope, he'll be in early. Let's see what tire choice he goes on.
I'd hope the hards.
Yeah, I think
just
hards are
try
probably
to-
his best option, but he's not the best thinker.
Blade is up. DK up 7 positions. It's a really good start from him. But as I was saying, yeah, the
Mediums.
left-hand corner, he is on mediums.
Mediums.
He's now the lead medium runner, DK. So
Yes.
not to brag or anything. He was much
Okay. And mine is right behind him.
Give it a watch. Electric blade swinging real wide. Holy cow. Almost hit the outside wall around turn 6. Trying to line up a move on Gordito. Didn't quite get that done. Villeneuve has fallen back to P11. Good news up front for Mitch Burns. He has broken DRS already. Not like DRS really matters around here because you can't pass, but he has gotten that lead up to about 1.5 seconds. Bod's still hanging on to Vamu, as is RJP and Elliott behind him. So it looks like we've already got a bit of a train here. DRS train.
So Fatal, DK, and Elite Game Boy, after getting out of all the thick of it, they're starting to make their way back up to that top 5 that kind of pulled away from everyone by not killing each other. Usually the fastest way to get around a track.
Killing's bad, okay? You don't want to kill anybody. DK up to Fatal now. They have been separated in that DRS train. And his DRS is officially enabled here on lap 3. Mitch looking real strong early.
DK is going to get past Fatal here, and he's going to try to... I mean, those soft tires are already looking a bit dicey.
Yeah, they're really
on the Haas.
looking like they're struggling on every single car here.
See how much he wants to dump. It's going to be all ERS.
Dumping.
Yeah, he's dumping.
Oh, yeah, he's
Big dumper DK.
Outside. Oh,
See if he can make it
Fatal
stick.
broke early.
Side by side.
Let out the gas.
There's not room for 2 people around there, but apparently there is for Fatal. Oh my gosh.
What is it? He's fishtailing all the way through that straight.
And he's already up on the back of Elite Game Boy trying to get by, but yeah, that was some Saudi Arabian style drifting out of Fatal.
Man, that was nuts.
It's a little bit like Felipe and Massa over the bridge section back in the day. Sideways for a solid 200 meters.
On Bruno Senna, right?
Yeah, I believe it was Bruno Senna.
Look at that. I didn't even watch it.
I missed the slingshot.
Singapore sling?
Yes.
We got Spudhead checking in from wherever in the world Spudhead lives now. Spudhead. Wherever he lives nowadays. It used to be Italy. I don't think it's Italy anymore.
One or two more laps here. I think the soft runners will be in.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised. Unless Gru. Oh no, Gru is around in the penultimate corner. VTech is going to sweep by.
He started on those boards. They're gonna.
I wonder if was VTech involved in it. VTech is pitting already on those hards. That's going to be his second stop. It's going to be his second stop. Badhad now closing back in on Vamu.
Late in RJP. I'm not sure who's passing who here.
Elliott got by RJP.
Yeah, Elliott just got by. I missed that one because I thought Badhad had a move lined up. Turns out he didn't. Apologies to Elliott. But Elliott looking pretty strong here on debut in P4.
Yeah, I think this is the lap. Going to keep the tires on the car, and right now Vamu is not. He is sliding all over the place. I think he's honestly holding up on it this point.
We have a wild Villeneuve, and he does not have a front wing. Not sure where he lost that, but a really promising start for Villeneuve, who's actually been scoring points quite regularly here these past few weeks. It's looking unlikely tonight around Singapore, but you know, that's what this track's all about. You gotta stay mentally switched on for a really long time. About an hour-long race we have today. It is the longest we will have this season. Gordito and Electric changing positions left and right. Not too shabby.
I think Gordito's fighting really hard for a position.
No, RJP.
Uh-oh. RJP has broken his front. And
he's lost the whole wing, and he's got to go around.
He's got to do a full circuit here. Oh, that is going to be a lonely.
Elite Game Boy's around.
Oh, Elite's dropped it. What in the world is going on?
Not to worry, a safety car would Definitely shake things up
Yeah, I
here for
would anticipate. Vamu did pit. Now Elliott's going to be making a move on Bodhod for P2.
How did he do that?
He was with the DRS. I think Bob dropped the DRS whenever Vamu.
Just got caught napping.
Maybe that's some impressive night moving for Elliott, and we just had the helicopter shot. Bod actually made contact with the outside wall there, coming out of.
I unfortunately don't have
turn 9.
Cass. Oh man, Gordito and Electric are really going at it. Gordito finally had to give up. Is Clay? Oh no, Clay just went straight on out of.
He's in Ragunathan land.
I think that's turn 10. Oh, he came right back on the track. Ooh, that was scary.
Yep, not ideal for Vamu, but I think Vamu did see it coming. I don't think Clay could just sit there parked in.
Yeah. Clay didn't really have anywhere else or another way to get onto the track.
Got a yellow flag.
Villeneuve around.
Villeneuve.
Turn 4.
Boy, things are going real south for Villeneuve. Here is big winner in all this action. Look at that gap. Mitch has 5 seconds yet again, and he is going into the pits this lap. Lap 6.
Elliott's in the pits.
I was looking at Elliott. I thought I was looking at Mitch.
DK into P3 on the mediums.
Yep, and he's gonna run down his teammate by the end of this lap.
Yeah, so this is a huge race for DK. He had a podium last week in the U.S. Actually, how many podiums does he have this year? He has a few.
I think 2 or 3. He's been more of a P4, P5 guy rather than getting on the podium.
Yeah, he's up to 3rd place in the championship, but he's a solid 38 points off of Vamu for 2nd. So I have to see if he or Fatal, who are really the only other 2 I could see getting into this championship, if they can make any leaps forward. But it looks like DK's in a pretty good spot right now on those mediums.
As Electric and DK have made up 11 spots after the soft runners pit.
Yeah,
but look at the gap that DK has to Electric.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there goes DK. I think Bod's gonna let his teammate by here. Different strategies. Yeah.
I mean, DK, 8 seconds to lead, but I think on the better strategy, he's going to be one definitely to watch towards the end of this thing.
Yes, absolutely.
He's going to lose out to the undercut with Mitch Burns, but I mean, he's going to be in clean air all by himself for about 5 more laps here until he comes in the pits, and I think that'll definitely benefit him come the end of this race, but Mitch stays out.
Interesting.
He still hasn't pit.
Interesting.
And I can see that Mitch is under fuel. I don't have pass, but he does have the little yellow fuel thing.
For the amount of time that he's built up here, 8 seconds easy as of right now as Vamu dumps in a fastest lap. 8 seconds for Mitch, and he's really taking care of those tires apparently in order to stretch these 7 laps. We said 6 was the maximum. Look at him here. I do want to say I got word from the contest speed stat man. DK has 3 podiums this year. Australia, Japan, and the USA. No wins though.
Nice.
That was right.
You said 2 or 3, so I mean, if you want to take moral
We were
victories,
close.
if you want to take, I mean, it only counts in horseshoes and hay grades.
That was closer than I could have. Alright. Fatal, I did see that. He got past Gru down in turn 1. And
He does have that.
Gru a little courtesy waggle for letting him by, not fighting him too much.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, Gru on those hards. He's racing his own race. Obviously put those hards on lap 1. So he's just going to have to try to take care of those all the way to the end, unless he gets a safety car, which is entirely possible around here. In fact...
Mitch dives in the pits.
Yeah, Mitch finally goes. Let's see what tire he puts on. This will be interesting as Vamu is hassling Ray right now for P7. Ray, the only other runner still out there on softs besides Bodhod.
No, he's not.
Those are hards. No, mediums for Mitch. Interesting. Let's see where Vama comes out. It looks like he's going to get him. Did he beat him? Yep. Comfortably.
Bod stayed out, so he is
Yeah,
now
Bod
the
is still
sole
out.
guy. The soft tires.
Yeah, raised pit.
I think that's definitely going to be hard tires here shortly.
Yeah, really strong day at the office so far for Aston.
Game Boy. Through turn 5, or is that turn 7, I think, just slid the back end and tapped the back wall.
Game Boy, absolutely, for someone driving in P3, he's had a whale of a first 8 laps. He's been around a few times.
That'll let Electric catch up, and now he's going to have DRS, I think.
RJ is going to get by VTech here for P13 after the spin.
Looks like Electric had a little moment going into the bridge. Yeah, nicely caught. But behind him, check this out. I think Gordito is going to let his countryman Valmanubel by. No real dramas there. The two Argentinian pals.
Teammates that aren't teammates.
Yeah, they're the country teammates in the CAS. Wow, what's that racing series that not series. No, not series. The Race of Champions.
The event we do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Race of Champions.
As Bod dives into the pits now to relinquish P2, but to get on a nice fresh set of softs and to change his wing, so that you caught it earlier that he tapped the wall.
Yeah, it wasn't anything hard, but it is enough to do probably about 10% damage to that right front end plate, and that right there is enough to notice whenever you're on a street circuit such as this. Bod also, with a beautiful helmet, I should compliment his helmet.
Yeah, I was about to say
looks
that.
really
He
nice.
has a very nice helmet.
It's a very nice helmet, very understated. I have that same design for a Ferrari helmet that I rock. Valmanubel up in a P4. Elliott 3 seconds behind, not bad for him, but DK right now with a commanding lead. That is a full 12 seconds over PT Elite Game Boy.
That means
stop.
Palmer did it again. He has undercut Mitch Burns by 5 seconds at the moment. Yeah, Mitch just extending these stints and just compromises himself to bomb.
I wonder if Mitch is thinking soft, medium, soft, whereas Vamo's thinking soft, medium, medium.
I don't think the soft tires are really gonna.
Oh.
It was Villeneuve.
Yep, that was out of turn 5, and it is a safety car.
There is the first safety car. Oh,
Interesting.
Nelson PK Villeneuve.
Oh man, you weren't supposed to take me serious.
Wrong team. Game Boy sped in the pits, but yeah, DK's going to be leading this race.
Oh boy, that is an interesting incident for Villeneuve. He went straight in. Yeah, it could have been a lockup. You just got in too hot.
It would have been a broken wing, and then you just couldn't slow down.
Yeah.
Also,
that is a really interesting spot to crash. I don't think I've ever really seen that before.
What's the medium lifespan here?
Probably about 16 laps.
10 to 15, just
10 to
anywhere
15.
in that range, depending on how
10?
hard you're pushing them. But I mean, DK is definitely pitting for hards. Electric is going to be a little trickier.
I
he
think
had
this
the
would be.
option and didn't, so I wouldn't be surprised if just Electric stays out and just enjoys track position while he can have it.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, Electric can take these to the end now with the safety car. It's going to be difficult still if there's not another safety
Electric
car.
started on those.
Oh, I thought he pit on lap 1. Oops, my mistake.
No,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So this would be a tough strategy for anybody that started on the mediums or started on the hards that wants to go to the mediums.
Yeah.
They won't make it.
Yeah, it's really awkward. But DK, for sure, this will help
Big
him.
winner. Yeah, big winner DK.
DK could have the drive of the season so far if he can pull this off from starting in P14, second to last this evening.
Just gotta watch his speeding penalty here. Electric. I'm curious. Yep, he's gonna stay out. I think that's the only thing you really could do in that situation. Vambu and Elliott stay out. Mitch Burns also stays out, but is on significantly fresher tires compared to Vambu and Elliott. DK, is he gonna get out ahead of Mitch? Oh, it's gonna be close.
No. It was close. Very close.
Yep, but I mean, the track position for DK on tires that he's taken to the end, not gonna have to make another spot.
Yeah, this is
another stop.
This is really, really shaping up well for good old DK Nortec 29. Fatal there, I believe. Interesting decision by Fatal not to pit. I just want to hold on to these mediums for as long as possible, given the safety car conditions. Not really sure if it's good or bad. Gru also staying out under safety car. He's on those hards. He's in the same boat as Electric, just about 7 spots off.
Game Boy and Bod, they're both going to the end on there. So we got P5, 8, and 9 all going to the end. Motor and P12 going to the end, and Ray and P14 on hards going to the end.
Yep.
I think P11 is also.
Yeah, RJP and Clay. They're on kind of young mediums, or hards rather.
At this point.
Yeah. I think they should be able to stretch those.
Especially if they were lap 5 or lap 6. I think they'll be alright.
VTech went to a new set of slots. Not sure the thought process behind that one, but maybe he's just going to try to make up some slots.
Oh, got a check-in from America's second favorite, Swiss, behind Romain Grosjean. It is Don Amos in the chat, staying up late. Hey, Don. Thanks for checking in. He's rooting for Mitch Burns. Says he thinks he can still do it. Yeah, Mitch is the people's champ. People do forget that. I believe they speak the same tongue as well. They'll both be speaking French.
Maybe the
Does Switzerland have their own language? No, they don't.
No,
I just speak French. Yeah.
And Italian and
Oh
German.
yeah. And you know what language they don't speak? Taxes.
Yeah.
I believe it's a tax haven. Yeah, Electric Blade. Interesting situation. He's going to be crossing all of his fingers and toes and possibly other extremities.
The eye under the safety car.
Oh.
It's really going to have a look at that one.
That'll be a penalty point.
Yeah, don't want to see that. But Electric will be leading this start back. He's going to be really hoping for another safety car to kind of bail him out. But nonetheless...
That guy. We got 2 people under AI.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, stop being
Stop being that guy.
Stop being sus. No cap. No cap, P-Dog, but you're being sus.
No cap. You're right.
Okay, middle-aged Chad. Yeah, let's...
You are being
Chad, bro.
Sussy baka.
Oh my god, dude. I know we mentioned Motor's substance abuse issues earlier. If you're a friend who's struggling with substance abuse, please go get help.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you could just be a highly functioning alcoholic like me. Either way, the safety car is in this lap. That was a long time. It's a long race. We actually should have put a timer up. I should have asked you guys, one of you guys, to put a timer.
I'm going to start one right now.
Well, that's not.
That's not. It with the stream. We'll go back.
Yeah, we'll be able to look, but just not live. I don't think.
Yeah. On our own time.
Oh, Donamos does say that taxes are okay in Switzerland.
So not a tax haven, but
Yeah, I thought it was a tax haven. All right, well, hopefully Michael Andretti's buying that country soon, so it'll be a extension of America, and you can get taxed out the wazoo.
oh, electric's gone.
Electric is gone, but Vomit caught it. I don't think it was really that.
But it's just a time difference there.
Yeah, perhaps. All right, Sector 3 caution.
Elite Game Boy out of the last corner on cold tires died a painful death into the outside wall.
Oh, rest in peace.
No, we're not going to get
a massive tank slapper and overcorrect.
We're not going to be able to get a visual on that either. So Elite Game Boy is saved. Unfortunately, his night is over prematurely. And what will that mean for the championship? Elite Game Boy actually is P5 right now in the championship. Electric Blade in P6. He's currently leading, so that could be a good old swap-a-rooney of positions, big picture-wise. He's Vamu is getting
like
all over the back of him. Oh, big contact with the wall. Was that fatal, I believe?
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah, he's
Yep. So, and then, yeah, he had a 5-second. Yeah, he had a
Yeah,
5-second. Fatal's gonna have to let everybody. Yep. He, it's fair play to Fatal. He's not gonna mess up.
Not what I wanted to
race.
see from my two drivers.
Yeah,
Before this race.
The cleanest guys. Contest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Fatal has really great racecraft for this being his first F1 game. Always impressive. Electric Blade really struggling to get those hards back up to temp. That is a really big problem on this game. One that's actually more pronounced than I think in games past, but it also is a lot more realistic, so fair play to Cody's. But Vamu is right up on the gearbox. Actually, a little bit of separation there as they go around the penultimate corner into 22. Looks like Elliot's actually gaining on Vamu now.
I think he's the fastest car on track right now, Elliot.
Where did this guy come from?
Next car.
Bodhod gets the move done on Gru. As it looks like there's a bit of a Gru ha-ha behind him. I think RJP might have just missed that corner. He's falling back yet again.
I believe he has wing damage.
Ah. Yep, that'll do it. Anyway, top three all separated by about a second. Mitch Burns not too far behind them. Half a second off the back. Yep, and DK is just sitting back here keeping his nose clean. With that move, Bodhod now is in the position to play rear gunner for his teammate. Is that Gordito making contact with the wall? And
RJP and Motor going at it. Teammates.
Two teammates.
Yeah, if RJP has damage, I think, yeah, that should be pretty straightforward between teammates. VTech on the softs, didn't mention that earlier, but that is a bit interesting. Not really sure what the rationale was behind that. That is Ray.
With another safety car, I think the mediums would be the way to go.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
There's
mediums.
Ray. Where was that?
Or DK. Well, DK.
This works out perfectly for people like RJ and anyone in the back here.
I'd say
Fatal.
I think the top four are all going to pit for mediums, taken to the end. I think the Astons will stay out.
Oh, Ray, that was in the, I think Ray did the same thing DK did in
qualifying.
Yep.
Oh, some people stayed out. Vamu and Elliot stayed out. They did a little dummy. But Electric and Mitch came into the pits, and I think they're taking
Tough double
DK
stack
staying out.
Yeah, for tires. Another double stack. How interesting.
Yeah, Chad knows all about that.
Yeah, I feel like I've been on the
I would not
end
know
of about
since I don't have a
fifth,
teammate.
and about 20 or so double stacks for me for McLaren this year in AM1. Been on the worst end of that every time. I can't. I'm not fast. Electric Blade will come out in P8. After that, he's on mediums. So he's actually probably on the ideal strategy. 7 cars to get through, though. It'll be a little bit of a challenge. Gru, interestingly enough, he's also staying out. He is not pit yet. He has made his way up to P5. I'm not sure what he's banking on. Maybe another safety car.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, where he can just put on the softs, perhaps. But up to P5, nonetheless, really good performance for Gru, keeping it clean. DK is the one we're watching, as well as the two in the lead. I think this is shaping up to be a real interesting final half of this race.
I have a feeling these two red cars up front are going to end up cannibalizing each other's race, just trying to fight for track position. And DK, I think DK's still in the hot seat here in terms of where I'd want to be on track. Even though I'm lagged out. Oh no.
Oh, well, he will be able to get that if he can do that quickly.
He should be able to get back in.
Yeah. We are going another lap.
On DK, even though he's on the hard tires compared to Electric and Mitch on mediums, he has a rear gunner on the same strategy as him. He's going to have clean air. I have a feeling these guys on the mediums are going to take off from him. I think he should be able to hold on to this.
Yeah.
There is a lot of, oh no, Vamu's AI pits. That's probably for the better because he should have been.
Ah, that is rough. Vamu's gonna have. Yep, Don Amos is putting. He's rejoining as. He's probably wondering how he got there. Unfortunate.
I think that the AI put him on the best strategy though. Is Clay also who was on the hards? He came in for mediums. And that puts Electric a lot closer than what he was.
We mentioned Clay earlier. He has been the benefactor of a lot of these reverse strategy late race safety car kind of moves. So he's in P11 right now looking for some points. And you're referring to Electric. That is looking a lot better now than it did just a couple laps ago.
Yep.
If he can get him moved on Gru and hold off Mitch and get through Bod.
At this point, just completely ignore everything I said before half the grid just hit, because Electric is now in striking distance.
I think that gun to my head right now, I think this race is going to be between DK and Electric and Mitch.
I can't argue with that, but I think now Electric and Mitch are in the hot seat. Even Motor. How did he get here? But he's in P7 on fresh media.
He stopped abusing substances for a couple hours.
The path to sobriety.
Yes, Pathways Rehab. Coming soon in Motors Life. It is... R-Bar asking for a quick race recap. Yeah, R-Bar. So the start was Mitch and Bod. Vamu got Bod on the start. So it was Mitch kind of dominating that first stint.
Hurry up, safety car's coming in.
But he went to a two-stop, soft, medium. Elliott is leading now. You know what? We'll just talk about it as we go on. R-Bar, you just have to stay tuned in for a while. All right, they're off. I think Elliott was trying to bunch these guys up, but it did not work. DK is going to get all over me, pushes him off track.
Side by side, DK takes the lead.
No, it looks like both of these... Oh, my lord. I think Elliott has not had a whole lot of experience leading under safety car in league races. I don't think these guys are going to be too thrilled with that. Oh, and that's huge damage. Huge damage up front. Gordito missing a wing. Was that fatal as well with damage, possibly?
Gordito and his teammate Gru is missing an entire front wing.
Oh, no,
RJP
Gru.
missing an entire front wing. Clay's just trying to make his way through all these guys.
Same thing with DK. Yeah, it looks like the back half of this grid.
Ooh, Bod is around. I wonder if he had contact with Elliott there, or Electric.
Oh boy, that is tough. Bod was playing rear gunner, lined up for his second podium of the season. Now he's down there in dead last. P12 looks like significant wing damage for Bod.
Electric though. I don't know about you guys, but I hear Jaws music because he is closing in.
Yep. Yeah, in that entire exchange, Motor was able to get Mitch, which does not bode well for Mitch at all. Also not boding well for Mitch is the fact that his championship rival at the moment, Valmanubel, is all up on his gearbox.
But that bodes well for us.
It sure does. Got an action-packed final 14 laps coming to you here from Singapore. Gordito is retired, I believe, in the pits.
He retired.
Or did he was it on track?
Yeah, he wrecked. He just left.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was. Okay.
Well, I mean, even for these guys that picked up wing damage, they're all fighting for a point. RJP, Bide, and Grew are all racing to the pits for the last point.
Look at how tight.
Grew wins it.
Look at how tight this is. These guys, first to seventh, are all within a second of one another. This is some incredible stuff. And it's getting time for some of these guys to get a little crazy. Yep, Elliott almost, he was looking. And I think Electric's looking on Elliott too. Electric might have a pretty decent chance for his first win ever in Contest of Speed.
And even Fatal, he got himself back into this. He's just sitting right on the back of this watching everybody, peek a nose in here, peek a nose in there, but everyone's just kind of holding station behind the only guy that's on the hards on the field right now, DK, who's leading this train.
Alright, I guess now that things are somewhat chill, Vamu got Mitch coming out of the bridge into the hairpin. Wow, okay, that was an optimistic move from Vamu.
Uber aggressive move from Vamu.
Yeah, you don't see that often.
Mitch is a guy that isn't really going to fight you that hard for a spot this.
Yeah.
At this point in the race, he's just trying to survive. That is his win goal. And I wish we could see wing damage percentages, because I wouldn't be surprised to see a 10% here or there all the way through this grid. Man, they are all right here.
Yep, you can see this train here from DK as we snake through the first three corners of the Singapore circuit. Elliott is not giving up yet, even though he's on those 12-lap-old mediums, which might, in the end, not be the best strategy call for him. But goodness gracious, do we have a lot of storylines going on in what's usually a pretty mundane race. Electric Blade is looking around the outside of Elliott, not going to get that job done. But look at these guys all funnel into the...
DK's going to be under a lot of pressure here, as if he isn't already, but he is now running dangerously low on ERS on those hard
tires. Lots of tight racing here. Wouldn't surprise me if there was yet another safety car.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch this than another safety car.
Well, it has been
fantastic.
It has been
13 minutes and 28 seconds since our almost the last end of the last safety car.
I gotta say,
for any way that he can around Motor, he is going left, right,
he's
all over
ducking
the place.
Everywhere. Motor gets a bad exit there. Let's see if Vamu's going to send it. Oh, and then Motor, I'm not sure what that was.
I think he just tried to defend
way too late. Yeah, he lost his bearings.
He lost 3 spots.
Wow. A little bit, yeah, and he's going to drop back to the back of this. Clay Funk, meanwhile, he's catching up. Vamu just made contact with the outside wall. Back to the grandstands.
It could be like, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vamu was racing wall to wall right now. The man is on a mission. Ooh, Electric
almost lost it. Goodness gracious. I've got to say, in all my years of commentary and league racing, this might be the closest Singapore race that I've ever seen. You can throw a blanket over the top 7. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, DK, let's just see how much energy is he willing to use. He's not burning all he has. DK now down to 15%. But he's holding on to that P1.
So you've got a man in first who is down on ERS, a man in second who's down on tires, and then who does that leave? It leaves the man in third, Electric Blade, on the ideal strategy at the moment, hard to medium. 3/10 behind, and he's starting
And
to
then
break
the
away
two
from
championship
Vama.
rivals
Yep.
just right there next to each other, both on 15% ERS and just about the same tires.
And I'll tell you what, I think Fatal might be the fastest man on the track right now. He's looking for any way to get around these two, but they are just locked in a stalemate.
Well, look how much ERS Fatal has compared to these guys.
Oh.
50%. Oh, Elliott, old tires.
Old tires for Elliott Electric really did send it there. Saw lead Game Boy make that move on Villeneuve. Ironically, they are 2 of the 4 that are not going to finish this race.
Oh, Electric outbroke himself.
Oh no, Electric!
He put
Oh,
a
the
deco
pressure.
or against the button, sorry.
Oh, the pressure has gotten to Electric, and that's going to drop him all the way back to VTEC in P9. Electric again.
Oh, he's out. His tires are high.
Oh,
he just
no, and
lost
then
it into the
VTEC.
Ferrari.
Oh no, VTEC. Not sure if VTEC really picked up any damage there somehow.
Yeah, and he
Or
lost
did
his right wing end plate. Yeah.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's poor VTEC.
Just an innocent bystander. Oh, Mission Fatal going
Yeah,
side
Mission
by side.
Fatal
First
here.
one.
Boy, feels like week after week. Electric's so close, and then something happens like that. The cartoon
That just
at
allows
Anvil.
Elliott to maintain the pressure on DK without too much pressure coming from behind him. But once Vamo and Mitch catch up, and the rest of the party, it's just gonna be right back on it. Just one guy dropped out, and we lost Electric out of this train. But Clay is, snuck his way back
Yep,
into
Clay's
this train,
got there.
as he has every race, or the past couple of races, just being really sneaky and picking up good points.
Yeah, I feel like I want to say we're probably going back to Canada, which is what, round 5 or 6. He's routinely been doing no qualifying, just starts at the back on the alternate strategy and somehow kind of climbs his way up at the end into the top 6.
But he was backwards and missing a front wing at like lap 5, and now he has the chance that he's still racing for the win at this point.
You
He's
know,
only 4
yeah,
seconds on-
it's true.
on
Let's
the
see if he
leader.
can. I mean, he's gonna have to dispatch a motor pretty quick. If he,
Motor's sliding all over the place.
yeah, motor's tires are hot. But yeah, Clay is very interesting. I think he prefers the power rankings over the actual championship standings.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely probably one of the
You know,
drivers of the season at this point.
I think for next week, I'm gonna message Clay beforehand and ask him like, why don't you qualify? It's kind of
Hopefully he gets on the
Oh.
podium, then we can ask him here.
true.
Oh, man.
Is that
Oh,
RJP?
RJ.
Elliott's going for it on DK.
No,
DK
no.
outbroke. He outbroke him, kind of
Too
overtook
wide
him
here.
off the
DK's
track.
squeezing. No
Oh,
room
Vomu's
around
gonna
here.
go for it on Elliott. Little switchback there. Oh, this is gonna end in tears.
Oh, what a
Wow.
move!
No, it's not. Wow,
What
that
a
was so
move from
close. We've
Vama.
seen so many incidents this week in the other EU races. Moves just like that. But that just proves that the AM is better at everything.
Yep, America. We breed the best athletes in the world.
And the best Argentinians.
Yeah,
Because
and Canada's second, and Argentina's like 12th, but like they're still better than like Europe.
yeah. But now Vamu on the freshest tires out of this group. Now he and his aggressive self is on the back of DK now. I don't see DK leading this race for too much longer here.
Yeah, I think
RGP.
Vamu might be looking at a big swing in the points here. Go a little bit of understeer heading into the last couple corners, but this would be huge for Vamu. Is Elliott now in the
Elliott is
pits?
in.
He's going to go probably softs from here, I would assume.
Oof.
8
Man,
laps.
motor was at a 90-degree angle to the wall, just about coming out the last corner.
He's
there. I don't know
falling.
how
He's
Oh, groove
falling.
DNF.
Where's that at?
down in the hairpin, and that's another safety car.
Ah, poor Gru. And that's another
Oh, this
safety
should
car.
Be
Elliott.
really interesting here.
Elliott on the softs.
Another
Perfect timing.
great chance for anybody who had wing damage. I know RJP did in, I believe, VTEC.
Yeah,
I
so
think
it
VTEC,
should-
but that lets Electric Blade catch back up. Ooh, RJP sped under the
Wow.
safety car.
Boy, RJP obviously done. This is what his 4th race, I think, back since his little siesta. What was he doing that was so important that he couldn't race full time?
Playing minor league baseball.
Oh yeah, he's a professional athlete. So you're expecting a lot out of him right now, being the only professional athlete in the league. He should be doing better. But he has I mean, his races, you can tell that just in race trim, he's been pretty rusty. The pace is there though.
Yes.
Once he irons out the mistakes he's making, I expect him to join the group of about 8 guys every week that can win a race in AM2.
Yeah, we have ever since we got rid of that Peyton guy, we've really seen some wide open racing.
I don't even know what to say.
AM2 Spirit Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I would expect everyone now to go to softs.
Well, let's see.
RJP's got to hurry
DK?
up. He might go a lap down.
DK and Vamu out.
Retired in the pits.
Vamu
RJP.
staying out. Oh, RJP. Don't retire. But Vamu and Mitch, it comes down once again to these two. Fatal stays out in P3. DK, Motor, Clay are all in. This is going to be softs. Elliott, we'll see where he comes up. I think he's going to be behind the rest. But
I mean, to be fair, this is going to be quite a stretch for the soft tires to make it to the end here.
Yeah.
It's going to be close to a full stint. It's not like this was just an easy call to jump the softs. So I can understand Vamu staying out and then Mitch doing whatever Vamu does in terms of a championship fight there. But the tire wear is probably going to be identical to these guys that are on like 8-lap old mediums to the softs by the end of this race.
So Mitch did 7 laps, Bod did 8 laps, I believe, on the softs on that first stint.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be spicy at the end, but I think they'll be a lot better shaped than they were during that first stint. So I mean, honestly, you can keep your eye out for Bod as well.
Yeah.
I just think, I mean, naturally he's probably quick enough to get up in the top 5 at least from here. But we'll see.
Motor's tearing his tires up on this in lap. I've been on board with him because I know he's particularly bad with tires, and he's racing back to the safety car like he's already racing. He's probably put about 10% on his tires by now. If I was these guys that just pit for softs, I would be turning the wheel as little as possible. Short shifting everywhere.
Famous Don Amos asks, how many cars will finish the race?
Hopefully 10.
Yeah, I'd like to see 10. Not surprised. 6 cars out.
10, but I'm thinking 8. I think Motor is going to collect innocent bystander VTEC out of the last corner on this
Boy, that
restart.
is a very targeted observation, prediction, if you will. So who's your money on here? I don't know
DK.
what I'm even
It's gonna
thinking.
be
You think DK?
He's had the pace. I mean, he started 14th on a set of mediums and was P9 by the end of the first lap. I think he was P7 by the end of the first lap. He's had the pace on these guys. Mitch and Vamu are going to pull over Verstappen and Hamilton. Are going to give each other absolutely no quarter. And Fatal.
Oh, Fatal!
Oh, Fatal!
Fatal has just lost it. Oh, not under safety car, Fatal.
Oh, I
No,
don't think so. I think
no, he ghosted. Yeah, I was on board with DK when that happened. Fatal ghosted just in time, thankfully for DK. That makes his job a lot easier. DK, currently 3rd place in points, has 1st and 2nd. Right in front of him, he's going to have an extreme pace advantage on these softs. About 8/10 a lap, I believe, are the softs.
Man, I bet you DK is glad he's wearing brown pants right now.
Yeah.
Because that, I'm telling you, I would have peed myself. Just
Oh, Fatal got a drive-through for falling too far back.
Come on, F1. Come on.
I don't think I've seen that before.
I have not seen that, no.
That's unfortunate. He'll still pick up points, but that's really frustrating.
That's silly.
I'm not even driving the car, and frustrated because I wanted to see what Fatal would do here, but
Fatal's probably going to be punching holes in walls of his house.
while he's getting a point.
I mean, I would think if he finishes and he gets disqualified, we can maybe get that taken off. I'm not sure.
Well, he's not going to get disqualified. He's going to serve his drive-through, but he's going to get a point
Might as well.
for his troubles.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to catch up. Unless there's another safety car, there would have to be a safety car immediately.
Yeah, there's not going to be another one. This will be it. So, for Vamu and Mitch, making their beds early on the older mediums. I know Mitch extremely good on his tires. I'm not sure about Vamu because he was absolutely wheeling that thing on those mediums.
We'll see where Vamu goes. He's keeping up with the safety car right now, so we might see another replay of that super bunch start that Elliott led the pack to. Is he going now, or no, he's not?
No.
No,
He's not. No, he is.
DK got the jump on Mitch.
Yeah, he checked up DK and Mitch. Let's see if DK sends it here.
He does.
Oh, he does. Oh my God, Fatal gets a
Mitch
5-second
picks up
penalty.
3 seconds. Just trying to avoid DK there.
That is big. His Fatal's just going to retire in the pits. I think
I
he's.
think he'll still get his point. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Out of turn 4. Or out of turn 3. Lost it into turn.
This is really lining up to be one of Bod's best performances of the year. Really tough for him. We're down to 8 for the Don, for the famous Don Amos. Pictures. Elliott has just punted DK. Elliott just punted DK. DK might have rear wing damage. I'm not sure if Elliott has front wing damage, but he just hit DK extremely hard in turn 8.
I think Elliott has right wing damage. I don't see his end plate.
Boy, that is what a tough way. Elliott had done everything just about right so far as he's sealing off Clay, who's not going to appreciate that.
Going to feed it around the outside of the hairpin, and now that sets him up to make a move on Clay at the end of that straight.
Yeah, Clay just got boned right there. Unfortunate for him. VTech picks up a 3-second time penalty. Let's go back up to the front. Motor
Electric
now.
and Elliott had contact. And Electric just got put in the wall by Clay.
Wow. Wow.
Absolutely. I think Elliott might have pre-checked Electric, just trying to make the corner, and I think all 3 of these guys have wing damage.
This is
VTech
tough to watch.
P6.
Look at Mitch. Oh, DK messed up.
DK and Motor.
DK messed up turn 2, and I think that's Motor tried to lob it up his inside. Actually, a pretty tricky little move from Motor. Did not work, but there was some contact to be had there. Right now, Motor is. Oh, never mind. I thought Motor was in position for a podium. Yeah, DK is looking for any way around that he possibly can right now.
Well, and Mitch is almost playing rear gunner for his championship rival here.
Yeah, right. It honestly might be smarter for Mitch right now, unfortunately.
Just to let DK go, because, he has that penalty. You just let DK go, make sure Vamu doesn't win this thing.
Yeah, but for him, does he lose out? If Motown gets by, then he loses out on the podium completely. And
yes,
he might,
but
regardless.
He's already going to lose this spot to DK, so I'm not sure why he's fighting it this hard.
Oh, there's DK right now.
He's peeking his nose in there, but
he's trying, but just not enough. Motor.
I'm loving watching this from Motor's point of view. They're all over each other.
Yeah, they're all over each other like me and Limmy's friend's grandpa.
DK has burned
Spicy.
a considerable amount of ERS in his vain attempts to get past the Mitch Burns, but I think he lost out on DRS.
Oh,
Electric.
3?
Electric. I'm not sure if there's contact or not, but he is around. But he'll pick up points regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, man, I feel for Electric. I feel like he's really going to be a championship contender next year, but this year's first year of league racing.
Mitch, so late on the brakes.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
going to go
is.
for it here on Vamu.
Might have been too late. Look at DK here.
He's got the run.
He does. He does.
DK is
Oh, he
out
just
of
turned in on him.
BRS.
Oh, we have drama in this championship fight. DK now
And DK
in
is
the
less
driver's
than
seat.
10%.
DK's going to get Mitch regardless because of the tires and the penalty. But Mitch just absolutely clotheslined.
Yeah. I think he thought he was going to back out. That was a Schumacher-esque move from Mitch Burns.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely sideswiped Vamu. Not sure if there's any damage there or not, but he does have his teammate now, Vamu, right behind him. I wouldn't be surprised if they just play team orders and let VTech just sit behind Vamu.
Yeah, I think VTech's going to get a pretty good result here.
Electric
Electric
again is
again.
around.
So what I was
It's gonna be
saying,
interesting to see if Motor gets a podium here. If Vama
But I
is
think
damaged enough.
if he doesn't, if Motor doesn't wreck, he's sitting in net deep.
he's already struggling on these tires, though. So you can see him
Yep, he's
squirming a lot. He's got
No,
3
I
more
can't
laps.
watch it. Ooh, DK just cut the crap out of the last corner there. He's probably pushing 2 warnings
He's
now.
back under 10% once again, so this should be
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, he's
gonna
definitely
get
on
regardless, but
I don't
Yeah,
think DK's
okay.
going to force this. I think he's just going to sit there.
Oh, I think he has to. I mean, I know for a fact he's on 2 warnings because he was about to cut turn 1 and had to turn out of it. So he has to get this done on Mitch Burns in case that he does get a penalty.
Oh, is this it?
there it is. Both under
Oh.
10%.
That was tight.
Both
That was tight,
flashing.
and honestly, who knows what's going through the mind of Motor right now? I don't want to know, but it could be.
Motor also under 10%, so this should be interesting.
I watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead when I was a kid. It's kind of what I'm expecting. But he might be thinking, look, if these two take each other out, Motor could easily win this race if that was the circumstance. DK's trying.
Oh, is he going for it?
Inside.
Half-heartedly.
Inside, yeah.
If DK's scared to send it,
I think you saw what happened to Vamu.
Yeah, that was the message, and it was sent and received. I don't think Mitch is gonna. He's tired of getting bullied. It's crunch time now. He's gonna fight tooth and nail for every spot here.
This can only make me wonder where Kano would have finished.
He'd be up by now.
If he would have finished.
He would have been one of the first ones out. Motor flirting with that 1 second.
He's
Stop
also
there.
flirting with disaster. Just these tires, he shreds them. I don't know how he does it, but he's like, "Oh, Clay! Oh no, Clay!"
Oh,
has
Clay.
kind of blown a shot at getting past the Ferraris.
Yeah, it's rough for us. DK does push Mitch
Oh.
out in turn 7. Only
Interesting,
caught
though.
the end of that. Elliott setting fast lap after fast lap on those softs. He's got a ton of space and clean air to do so. DK gets that move done. DK's now the leader on track as well as overall.
Well,
Big
we also
point
gotta
save for
think
him.
Mitch Burns is more than likely going to get a penalty for the collision with Vamu there.
Might be. I don't know. I didn't get a good enough angle on it. I'm not sure
I
if it
didn't
was
either.
inherently
It looks
dirty. I think he probably just thought
that was
Vamu backed
a
off.
very 80-20 incident there in terms of Mitch Burns. But obviously we'll look at it after the race.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Interesting
Absolutely.
move by Ferrari. Like to be a fly on the wall in that Ferrari team chat right now between VTech and Vamu. Actually, I wouldn't because they're speaking Spanish, and I'm not fluent. But
No hablo
yeah, no hablo. But VTech was just allowed to get through Vamu. I'm not entirely sure why. Vamu can get that gap down to 3
VTech
seconds.
has a penalty. So maybe Vamu's just letting VTech feel like he's the lead Ferrari guy, and he'll lose that spot on pins.
Yeah, but
Tonight
I think
on AM2, it's VTech cosplaying as Famu.
I mean, what's the points difference? 11. This could help. Could be big at the end of the year.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, he's going to get that spot back. I was just thinking more in terms of his ability to maybe get within 3 seconds of motor, but obviously I think his tires are done for.
He's too far back.
Yeah, I think he's not.
Unless
he's not
motor puts it in the wall, which is still not out of the question.
Yeah,
Alright,
for any of these guys.
Commentators curse.
Yeah, I mean, it got pretty spaced out there. Kind of hard to keep it back when you got 8 cars in the field.
Yeah, well, DK into the third sector now. Or just about.
Ooh, we get to see some fireworks. As if we haven't seen some already.
You know, we've seen a lot of fireworks tonight. I gotta say, this race has absolutely outlived whatever expectations I would have had for a Singapore race. Probably the best Singapore race I've ever seen here this evening.
Yes.
And DK is 1 corner away from his first victory of the season. P3 in the championship right now.
Oh, motor hit the wall.
We will see. We will see how. Oh,
he's
my
out.
God.
He finished!
No, he
Oh,
crushed.
and that's going to collect VTech. And there. Oh, and Vamu just drove underneath him. Interesting.
The
We
halo
have-
of saving lives.
VTech held on to P4.
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll try to get
Wow.
Motor, Mitch, and DK. Mitch will probably say no because his kids are sleeping in the room next to him. I believe that is his excuse now.
It's a bad excuse.
It's like, oh, hey, look at me. I'm Mitch Burns. I'm leading the championship. I've had sex before. I have kids. You know?
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, congrats on the sex, Mitch. Is that what you want us to say? He just refuses to do the interview. But for DK, this is a huge result. His third straight podium, actually. Really rounded into form here at the right time. And gotta say, I mean, DK, he's not. It's not impossible for him to really get into this championship fight.
Electric did not finish the race.
Oh, well,
He DNF, but he'll be classified.
yeah, he'll be getting
I
points.
am currently staring at an Alpha Tower in the middle of the track with no wheels.
Hey, I don't want to say anything, be that guy, but I called it. Right.
Yeah, you did.
DK from P14.
Yeah, 14 to the win. One of the drives of the season's got to be said. Overall, here tonight from DK, who will be heading off to work immediately afterwards. Hopefully he can give
he
us.
probably can't even do the interview.
Hopefully he can give us a couple words.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a very nice win.
yeah, I don't think his employer is. They're not that strict, are they?
I mean, it may or may not be the United States government, but
Yeah.
As our
who
AM2 chat
cares?
is very livid after this race.
Oh, can you
Lots
report?
of names flying.
Can you report on the Discord drama? I'm currently on the
I
Twitch.
can. Vamo Nubel is very upset with Mitch Burns as expected.
Oh.
VTech has a bone with Electric to pick.
Oh.
boy.
Very unexpected.
Spicy Ferraris.
It is. The Ferraris seem to be in every bit of drama, but who wouldn't want it that way?
Yeah, we'll have to do a cage match sometime in the next week. Maybe these guys will chill out. But yeah, I guess the way you describe it, maybe Vamu does have reason to be upset.
Yeah, it looked like an 80-20 incident, so I can understand the frustrations there. Because I mean, Vamu was racing for a win, and had to settle for P4, P5 racing with his teammate. So, in terms of interviews, Motor joined, but the two I wanted to talk to, didn't.
Has anyone said no?
Yeah, DK's working, and
Okay.
yeah, Mitch Burns doesn't want to speak English, I guess. So Mumble Motor, congratulations on P3.
Wait, did I cross the finish line?
Yes.
You did.
You
did, in
wouldn't have
fact.
gotten invited if you didn't.
Yeah. You got lucky. All right. Nice stylish finish.
No, that wasn't on purpose.
Oh, yeah, sure it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I got loose.
But anything else you want to add? It was a hectic race from our
I
perspective.
pitted 4 times and got 3rd. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, okay. Michael Schumacher did it before.
Very nice interview here.
Yeah, really just fantastic post-race commentary from us.
Surprised there's more drama in the chat.
Uh-oh. Yeah, keep us updated on that. I think that might be the more interesting thing going on.
Elliot very excited about finishing his first race. Had some
good for him.
GGs to send out. He apologized to DK for the punt. He says, "I guess I missed my breaking point."
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure. Be a rivalry
yeah,
there. I guess.
He is owning up to that one.
Yeah, that's some pretty succinct self-reflection.
Nothing too spicy.
Not yet. We'll see you.
But
next week, though.
Ken, if you want to wrap this one up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Like a soldier in Vietnam. It is.
Or like a frat boy.
Oh, what's you? A fantastic race tonight, guys. That is one of the races of the season. Maybe the race of the season. Absolute classic stuff. Really fun with a 3-man booth as well. Next week we'll be at one of my favorite tracks, the Hungaroring, outside of lovely Budapest, Hungary, for round 13. You can catch the rest of the contest of speed action the rest of the week. We'll be racing tomorrow night in AM1. EU2 will precede that at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then Thursday, EU1 will stand alone at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then next week, Monday through Thursday, you can catch Contest of Speed action here on COS_Formula 1 Twitch, and check out Contest of Speed on every social platform, contestofspeed.com, as well for Andy and Peyton and Motor, our only podium sitter that joined, as well as the race winner DK and runner-up. For now, Mitch Burns, I'm Kid Petter, wishing you all a beautiful evening. God bless.